Okay, well, I will go ahead and get started so we can stay on time because everybody knows how much I love staying on time. So we'll go ahead and get going. What the first thing I want to tell you guys really fast. One, it's nice to see everybody.
Okay, got
We
it.
haven't
No,
seen
you're good.
each other since August, I think. So it's been kind of a crazy year. But one thing I do want to point out during the week
My video's on.
is I do want to make sure that there's no cheerleaders in the room. There's no cheerleaders around you because I do not want them kind of hearing what's going on with some of the things because some of the things are surprises. Some of the things, especially the new kids, don't know about. So we don't want them knowing about a few of the things that are coming up. So if they're with you, please tell them to go do their homework or go practice their cheers or their fight song or anything they could be working on so they're not around. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is kind of everything that's going to start happening. We're getting ready to start our busy competition month, and it's very crazy. And this year it's a month long and it's very fast. Usually we have about 3 months to do this. This year we only have a month. And I'm kind of thankful we get it because this was kind of, I don't want to say last minute, but it kind of wasn't promised to us months ago. So I'm kind of really thankful that we're getting to do a couple of things. So the first thing that's kind of coming up right now, the closest thing is Shamrock Blast, which is next weekend. So Shamrock Blast is my event. We put it on for the team. Usually we do Winter Blast and Sweetheart, but we had to cancel those this year. This year we have Shamrock Blast. It is being hosted at Northridge High School. It's not at Greeley West this year. Unfortunately, we have, because our school's under construction and they tore down part of our building, so we don't have our part of our facilities. One thing that's kind of coming up for all the kids, which I'm going to probably text them on our Facebook page this weekend, is to kind of go over contributing items to the competition. So usually every competition, the girls bring an item to contribute either to the judges, to concessions, to anything that's going on, and that's kind of their way of paying to go to the competition. Usually all the money that this competition makes belongs to the girls. So essentially they're just paying for a little thing and then they're getting all this money. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to them. And so me and the coaches have already kind of figured out what we want to do with the money for them this year. But we're just asking that you kind of contribute maybe Powerades or bottled water. And we're going to give them a list of things that they're going to be contributing and they're going to have to pick which one they'd like to contribute. We are setting up the night before the event. So Shamrock Blast is March 6th, which is next Saturday. We are going to set up the night before, which is March 5th, and it's actually on their calendars. We're going to set up at 8:30 at Northridge High School, and we're pretty much just setting up the event for the day. We have about an hour to do it, which is a little bit less time than we're used to. Usually I ask the parents to come in and help. This year I'm going to ask for you not to do that. They want less people in the building, so I really just need your kids for about an hour at Northridge High School. They're going to park in the back parking lot closest to the gym. It's kind of by the side where the football stadium's at. That's the parking lot that they're going to need to park in. And we'll open the doors for them, and I'll be there early to make sure they get in okay. We're just going to set up the event, put all the tables up, get everything ready for the day so the girls don't have to come early the next morning and do it. Northridge asked us to do it the night before. So we're doing that. That would be the time when they need to bring their items with them. So if they're bringing bottled waters, if they're bringing something to contribute, that would be the time for them to do that because we're going to need it for the day. So they do not bring it the next day because it'll be too late. We really need it Friday night. What kind of stinks about Shamrock Blast? There's no spectators. So unfortunately, you guys cannot come watch. You cannot be live in person sitting and watching. It's really unfortunate. It's like that with all the teams. So it's not just us, it's with everybody. So there's absolutely no parents or spectators allowed in the building that day. However, they are live streaming it through NFHS. There is a subscription fee for you to pay to watch the event. It's not from me, it's from the school. We have a contract with viewing sporting events through their live stream. So if you want to watch it live, you have to pay for it. And I think it's like $10 for a month subscription. I think it's kind of lame, but if you want to watch the event live, you can. I know myself and the coaches are going to film it ourselves when we're there. So we can put it on our Facebook page so you guys can watch it later if you guys want to. But unfortunately, if you want to watch it live, you have to pay for it. And that's kind of not my rule. It's kind of the school's rule. We are gonna live stream the jump off contest, which comes after their session. It's just a jump contest between all the teams that are there. And we're also gonna live stream awards. So we're gonna do that for free on, I'm gonna create a Facebook page for Shamrock Blast and I will let the girls know how to get it. So you guys can actually watch that for free, but you can't watch them actually compete. You'll be able to just watch the jump off portion and the awards session for free on our Facebook page. So I'll let the girls know how to do that. So that's the only way I can let you guys do it for free. And you don't get to watch them perform, unfortunately, not live anyway. So I'll let the girls know about that and how you guys can get on that for for the girls. We perform in the afternoon, so I don't need your kids in the morning. I need them later in the afternoon. So they kind of have the morning off, which is good, so they can sit down and get ready for the competition. We do have report time. So the way the competition runs is that everybody has to check in at a certain time. They have to warm up a certain time, and then they have to leave the building. I put our session at the very end of the competition because I need the girls to help clean it up. So our division goes, I believe it starts somewhere around like 3 o'clock-ish. So kind of estimate for your day to have the kids kind of ready to go after 2:30 because we're going to need them after that time. We're eventually going to, I believe we perform around 4:54, if I'm correct, is when we perform. And then there's a few teams after us, and then there's jump off contest, there's the award session, and then we have to clean up. I am kind of estimating us being cleaned up by 6:15 or 6:30. That's the kind of time I'm estimating. So I'm going to need your kids from the afternoon until about 6:15, 6:30. We're going to clean up the event, put everything away, and then they're excused for the day. The report time, once I give you guys a report time, your kid really has to be there on time, because if they're not on time, they mess up everything that goes on after that. So it's really important that we all meet at a certain time. I cannot actually even meet them. One of the assistant coaches is going to meet them because I'm going to be inside running the event. So I will see them right before they go warm up because I'm going to be really busy working working for the kids. So the assistant coaches will meet them outside. They can't just come into the building whenever they want. They actually have to meet in groups, and then they will be called in to check in. They'll be secluded in a room. They'll go through warm up, and I will be there for that. But I'll be at the event at 7:30 in the morning, so I'm going to be there all day. But the kids are just coming later in the afternoon. I think that's it. The biggest thing about that day is just make sure your kids are there on time. Make sure they're on time and they're on the right uniform. We can't bring food in there. Parents, you can't come in and bring them stuff. They just pretty much need to have everything with them. So that is next weekend. Okay, the next thing we have coming up, if you've seen their calendars, we have something called the Highland Showcase. It's something that's being done at Highland High School on March 20th. We did not want to do anything on spring break because we wanted them to have their spring break to themselves. However, this is a great opportunity, and I'm going to tell you why. So, of course, Highland High School is in Alt. It's about 20 minutes from here. The reason why I want us to give up a Saturday on our spring break is because this showcase, it's not a competition, so there's no judges, no score sheets, no nothing. It's just a showcase for local schools. What's great about this is they're letting spectators in. You can come watch your kid perform. That's why I really want to go, because I want you guys to see them perform, because there's not going to be another opportunity for you guys to be there live to actually see them. So we're going to have a practice that Thursday of spring break, a really short practice, and they're going to be done. And then we will all meet up on Saturday, March 20th, to all drive down there together to go support the girls and watch them perform. And that'll be, you guys can bring friends, family. I haven't been told how many spectators we can bring yet. I'm sure I'm going to hear about that probably soon. I would imagine at least 2 people, at least. But if they say we can bring as many as we want, I want us to bring as many as we want to cheer on the girls and bring all your families and stuff, because it's a really big deal for them to perform, and it's a really exciting thing for you to see them live. What we kind of need help with on that day, March 20th, it's a Saturday, is I believe I put on their schedules, I need them from around 12:30 till about 4:30 that afternoon. What I do need help with is people to help drive to get the girls down there. So I was wondering if any parents would like to help drive, chaperone the kids, and get them to Alt and go to Highland High School. I know I'm going to be a driver, obviously, and I'm sure one of the assistant coaches might be a driver. It's kind of up to them. But are there any other parents that might be willing on that Saturday, considering you're probably going anyway, to maybe drive there? Okay, Kay Martinez, I don't know. Okay, that's Kelly. Kelly said she would drive. Are there anybody else?
I can drive party.
Okay. Oh, Tim can. Delia, did you say that? Okay, I'll have Delia. So Kelly, I'll just have you and Delia do it, and I think we're all good. So, and maybe I think probably Isaac or Haley might be able to do it. So I think we're probably good on drivers right now with everybody. I'm assuming all these drivers have at least room for 4 kids, and our team's really small, so we should be able to get them all in there. So I will let you guys know for sure the time frame and how many people. Okay. I have Melanie on the list as well, just as a backup right now, Melanie, in case we actually do need you. But I'll let the kids know exactly the time, what time we're going to meet, what time we're going to leave. And then we can all kind of go down there together. Like I said, it's at Highland High School, which is in Alt. And I will for sure get you guys the times once they tell me exactly what time everything is. If you guys ever have a question, just turn your mic on and just ask it really quick, because I'm sure if you have it, someone else might have that question too. Okay, the big event that's coming up is the state championship. Our state championship is March 25th only. What's different for veteran parents, what's different this year is our state competition is only 1 day long. If we are so lucky to make finals, it will be the exact same day. Normally they spread it out between 2 days. This year, they're because of COVID stuff. Our competition is only 1 day. It's March 25th, which is a Thursday. We are planning to go drive up and stay the night for the event. We're going to leave on the 24th, and the event is at the Broadmoor Hotel in Colorado Springs. So it's different. It's not in Denver. It's kind of far away, which is why we're leaving on a Wednesday. We're leaving at 12:30. We are meeting at 12:30 at Greeley West High School on March 24th to do bag checks, to make sure all the kids have their uniforms, all their practice outfits, and then we're out of there. I'm hoping to be out of the lobby by at least 1 o'clock to start heading down to Denver and Colorado Springs. They need to have already eaten lunch, have snacks with them, because we're not gonna have time to stop on the way there. We have to get to our hotel, check in, and as soon as we check in, we may have an hour wait, and then we immediately go to practice. I'm making them practice when we get up there. Cheyenne Mountain has graciously allowed us to use their gym while we're there, because they're not using it because they compete a day after us. So they're gonna let us use their practice space for free, and we're gonna do that on the 24th, right when we get there. So again, we're leaving on the 24th, and return day, we are coming back the 26th, which is Friday. We're staying 2 nights up there. We're staying 2 nights. And a lot of the girls asked about how to pay for the hotel. The girls do not have to pay for the hotel. It's free. And what the reason why is because Shamrock Blasts generates money. All that money belongs to the girls. So we are paying for their hotel. It's completely covered. We're putting the girls in rooms. The coaches are putting them into the rooms. They do not get to pick who they're with or anything like that. We are putting them in rooms for certain reasons. And we also have 2 chaperones going with us. We have Maria and Delia are coming with us. They'll be staying in the hotel, myself, and then both of our assistant coaches are going to be there. So we have 5 adults that are going to stay with the girls. So we have 8 rooms for the kids. I just saw a question pop up in the chat, and I'm going to get to the spectator thing really quick. We are staying at the Best Western Executive Suites. If anyone needs to write that down. The Best Western Executive Suites, and the address is 1440 Harrison Road. And I'm going to print out all the stuff for you guys, but just so you know it tonight where we're going. I have already booked their hotels. They're already booked. They're not paid for yet because obviously we're not there yet, but they're already booked. As a team, we only need 7 or 8 rooms. I booked 12. The reason I booked 12 is just in case we have parents that are going to go down there and gonna kind of hang out with us. The one thing about the state championship, as of today, well, I should say as of 2 weeks ago, there are no spectators allowed in that competition as well. That was 2 weeks ago. Things have kind of gotten better. They moved it out of Denver. It's in Colorado Springs. If they allow us to have spectators, I would love for all of you to come. Like I said, I have 4 extra rooms. Obviously, you have to pay for those rooms, but because I can only afford to pay for the kids. But I did reserve the rooms. So if someone wants one of them, they're yours. I have 4 rooms. They're $65 a night, and I booked them for 2 nights. So we have those 4 extra rooms in case anybody wants them. If a week before the competition comes up and nobody wants them, I'm just going to cancel them, and they're going to take them off our list. So it's kind of up to you if you say you want those hotel rooms. It's completely up to you. I'm probably going to email CHSA next week and just ask if they're still on the spectator thing, if there's been any change, or if they plan to change. Because if they plan to change anything, they're probably going to do it next week, because that's when they release our schedule. So I have a feeling if they're going to change anything, it probably will be next week. So I will definitely keep you guys posted for that. But if you guys are able to come watch them, if they allow you to, I would really love for you guys to come if you can. I do know it's a work day. It's a Thursday that they compete. The state championship is 3 days long, and we go on the first day. So that's that. Talk about that. Okay, as far as meals go and everything at the hotel, breakfast is included for the kids. I do know it's packaged food right now because obviously they can't do buffet stuff at a hotel like they normally would. So all of their breakfasts are paid for. They're part of their room. The kids do need to bring extra snacks. They do need to bring drinks with them, maybe a cup to put water in, all that stuff. We are going to be going out to certain meals throughout that week, throughout those 2 days. We'll probably just hit maybe a fast food place, something quick. The first night we're there on the 24th, we are going to have some kind of a team dinner. Either I'm going to order pizza for us and stay in the hotel to keep them safe, and so we're not going anywhere, or we may just grab something and come back. I don't really want them out and about. They are supposed to stay with the team. They are not allowed to leave the hotel without an adult. We will have very strict rules with everything. There will be bed checks. There will be night checks. They are not allowed to leave their rooms. They will be taped in. It's all for their safety. I probably won't go to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning to make sure that they're going to stay in their rooms. And I'll be watching them just to make sure they're safe, just because we're in a new town and those are my kids. And I'm not going to let anyone get them out of their room. And I want to make sure they're safe. So I probably won't sleep, but at least they will. They need to bring money for food, as I said. We will be doing a few different meals out. They could be at a small fast food place. They could be at a restaurant. So just kind of prepare them and have them bring food. I'm actually working on a per diem from the school to see if they'll pay for one of our meals. I do know Shamrock Blast is going to pay for one of their meals, probably the pizza thing. And so one of their meals will be taken care of for sure. And then I'm going to see the next thing I'm going to talk about. I'm going to see if that can get taken care of by the competition as well. The competition, as I said, right now is no spectators. They are going to live stream it on NFHS. And so what I think might be a good idea, how I think it'll go, is if you guys pay the subscription fee for NFHS for next weekend for Shamrock Blast, it's a month subscription. So I would assume it would work for state because it's within that month. I would assume it would, but it's a state championship and they may make you pay again. I don't really know, but I would just assume that might help you guys to make a decision to live stream it. Again, activities that we're doing that day. The first day we get there, obviously we have practice. Then we're going to do a team dinner. They're going to go to, they're going to have early bedtime, depending on what time we compete the next day, because they haven't put the schedule out. So I really can't plan too far ahead right now. Prelims, of course, are the very first thing we go to. We're going to do prelims. And then if we are so blessed to make finals, we will go again that same day. We just don't know times yet because they haven't been posted. But everything is that same day, which is why we need to stay the night again, because after we perform, they kick us out of the venue. So we have nowhere to go. So that's why I booked us 2 days. That way we have our hotel rooms to go back to and we're not just kind of stranded on the street waiting for finals to be announced. So that's why we're staying 2 nights. The 26th. Okay, so sorry, back to the 25th. If we make finals, we're in the hotels, we'll probably just grab something really fast near the hotel really quick because we're not going to have a lot of time to go out because we're going to be waiting for times and stuff. So again, they're going to need money for the first day, the 25th for sure, to have at least a couple of meals just in case we're not able to provide them that. But I would estimate $10 a meal for each kid for each meal, just to kind of give you a ballpark. On the 26th, the day we come home, which is Friday, I planned kind of a team lunch. We are going to go, we're going to wake up later, obviously, and get a sleep in on Friday. We're going to travel back to Denver and we're going to have a team lunch at Dave & Buster's. And we're going to go there for lunch just because it's kind of fun. There's games and it's a really nice restaurant. Actually, it's really good food. That's probably a little bit more pricier with food. So just kind of prepare yourself for that. I'm trying right now with our money, because all the Shamrock Blast money, it's the kids' money. So I'm trying to figure out how to budget it the right way. It is a game, kind of an arcade place. So they'll probably need money to play games if they want to. I'm going to try to purchase them game cards out of our money. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that right now. So I think I can get it to work to where they'll at least have that from us. So don't quote me that I said I'm doing it because I still don't know. I'm still kind of budgeting and figuring out how to get that money out of Greeley West. But I'm going to try to give them their play cards there. I'm kind of estimating us be home from Denver from lunch around 2 or 3, depending on traffic, depending on how long our lunch takes. I don't know protocols in that restaurant, how things have to go. We're going to try to sit together if we can, but because it's going to be a big group, they probably won't let us. So it all depends on the restaurant. I would assume we're probably going to get there sometime around 12 o'clock, eat lunch, play, and then come home. So your kids will be home that Friday, which they don't have school from what they told me. So they should be home around 2 or 3. I know a couple kids have to work, so I do want to get them home early because a couple of them do have to work. So does anybody have questions about Shamrock Blast, the showcase, or state? If you guys have anything or want to point anything out, veterans, if you want to point anything out, veteran parents, that, and we're going to talk about a few extra things, but is there any questions about those 3 events that I didn't answer? You can feel free to turn your mics on if you want to ask any kind of question. Nope. Okay. So the next thing. So I just want to, again, make sure there's no cheerleaders in the room right now with you. Tell them to get out. Okay. So the next thing is kind of a surprise. The veterans know it's not. The new kids to the team, it's a surprise for them. And so I'd like it to stay that way. So usually before each major event, we like to decorate the school. We kind of decorate one of our commons kind of trophy cases. And we're going to do that for Shamrock Blast next week. So March 1st, which is Monday, we are going to meet as parents. If you want to come help, it's actually a lot of fun to get to see parents and work on some stuff. It's just kind of crafty. We're probably going to meet at 7:30. And this is just parents, only parents, not cheerleaders, to decorate for the competition for Shamrock Blast, which is next week. The reason we're doing it on Monday is so the Tuesday kids can see it because they go to school on Tuesday. And so the Thursday kids can see it when they get there as well. So it's important to do earlier in the week because we want to make sure they see it while they're at school. I'm going to be there for sure, obviously, because that's my team decorating. But if there can be other people there, I think I put Roxanne volunteered herself to be in charge of this kind of thing. So I'm going to try to text her and see if she can send a notice out to all the cheer parents, just texting you guys about it, what time it is, and where to park. So I'll tell you where to park right now. They practice in our main lobby. If you drive around our main lobby to the back by Circle Drive, you'll see my car right up by the door. Those are the doors you need to enter. Those are the only doors that are going to be unlocked for you because the other side of the school where we normally enter doesn't exist anymore. So you can't use that entrance anymore. So you have to go around Circle Drive, which is the east side of the building by the flagpole. You'll see my car parked right up by the doors. That's the door you need to enter if you're going to help. So hopefully I have some parents that are able to come help. It's usually takes less time with more people there. Sometimes it takes a long time if maybe a coach just shows up, because one time that did happen to me. But I would love some help. I would really love some help. And I would love new parents to come help because you've never got to do this. I know a lot of the veteran parents have done this numerous times, but quite frankly, a lot of the veteran parents are leaving this year. It would be great to see some new parents kind of taking the reins, because it's going to eventually be your job if your kid's going to remain on the team for the next couple of years. So March 1st, we're going to do it at 7:30 to decorate, which is next Monday, if you want to come help. We're also on March 22nd. We're also, again, going to do it that day at 7:30 as well. And we're going to decorate for state. That's the big one. That's our biggest decorating. We'll spend a lot of money on that one. On March 1st, I've already bought all the decorations. You do not need to buy anything. If you want to bring scissors with you, that would be very helpful. But I will have scissors as well. I'll have tape and all that stuff. Pretty much everything's already purchased. It's already budgeted into everything that they pay for anyway. So I just bought all their Shamrock stuff tonight. It's all taken care of. But March 22nd, I kind of wanted to get opinions from you guys, because we kind of asked parents to help pick the theme. State's kind of a bigger deal, so we like to do a bigger, more elaborate kind of decoration thing. So I kind of wanted to hear from maybe veteran parents or anybody if you have an idea to decorate for state. Some ideas we've done before, we've done a Hawaiian theme, we've done a Vegas theme before. I think we did a Mexican Dia de los Muertos theme a year or two ago, and it was really, really neat for state. We've done a rock and roll theme. We've done lots of different themes. Is there anybody that has maybe an idea to try something new or different for state for me to go out and try to get decorations during spring break? Does anybody have an opinion about that? I know there's a Party City in Fort Collins, and that's usually where I go, and they have a lot of different themes, but I would love to hear your guys' ideas if you could have any for the girls. I know it's an all-girl team now, so I kind of want to keep it really girly, kind of a girly theme just for them. But I don't know. I was thinking like a pretty in pink theme. I don't know if that would be kind of cute. I really hard thinking about ideas because we've done a lot so far, because I've been coaching for 15 years. And so we've done a lot with the kids. I don't know if anybody has any better ideas. Okay, Kelly said a Hollywood theme. I think we did that a couple of years ago, but that's a good idea. Maria, Lisette's mom, did you do you remember doing a Hollywood theme for state ever? No? Okay.
I don't remember doing Hollywood, no.
Okay, I know we did it for banquet, but I don't think we ever did it for state. So I like that idea. I like Hollywood. And then I think Kelly also said a beach theme. I kind of like the Hollywood theme better. Does anybody agree with that? Hollywood? I like that idea. maybe we can do that because that's pretty easy too. I think that's a good idea. So thank you, Kelly. So again, so that's March 22nd. March 22nd, we'll be decorating their lockers for state. It would be great to have senior parents at that one because we decorate a little bit differently for the girls for that are graduating. And it'd be great for you guys to write stuff on there for them because that's their last state competition. So if you're a senior parent, it would be great if you could come to that one for sure, if you can. Any questions about decorating? Well, okay, Melanie said disco. I think right now, Hollywood's kind of the winner. I think Hollywood's a good theme for them. So I think that's gonna go for that. Any questions on how that works? No? Okay. Next up, senior night. So this kind of has to do with the senior parents if they're all here. I don't know if every senior parent's here, but senior night. So the girls and myself kind of thought we did not want to do senior night during football because one, they weren't letting a lot of people in. Two, mainly two, what I normally gift to them couldn't be ready by the time they wanted it done. They wanted us to do our senior night on the first football game. We hadn't done a cheer camp. We hadn't taken pictures of them. We haven't done anything for them by then. So I opted out of football and the seniors agreed. They didn't want to do it until they could get their gift that they're used to, that they expect. And I totally agree with that. I didn't want to do it either. I was told they may not get it for basketball, which is why we did not do a basketball senior night because it wasn't guaranteed if we were going to get basketball. Soccer and volleyball is a bigger thing now because soccer, we live in Colorado and there's weather and it's outside. So soccer could be hit and miss. Volleyball, I think, is going to be a go. What I prefer to do is do it at a soccer game. The reason why is because more people can go because it's outside. So I'm going to kind of plan 2 senior games the same week, just in case there's inclement weather at soccer. That way we can do the volleyball one instead. So senior night's going to be sometime in April, probably the middle of April, depending on weather. And I will put it on the calendar for 2 dates. So senior parents, if you can make yourself available for those 2 senior nights, just in case one doesn't work out. Okay. And like I said, it'll be on their April schedule, which I have not done yet because we're barely in March and I have a lot going on, but I'll put it on there as soon as I find out the game schedule and we'll work it out with the school. But it'd be really important for you to be there for that game, for both those games, just in case. If you want to bring extra gifts for them, you're more than welcome to. Myself and the coaches take care of something for them and that will be ready for them for that senior night for sure. I don't think I have anything to add. Their senior banners, the seniors should be working on getting their donations right now for those banners. Those are due after Shamrock Blast. So they have another week to sell them next week. And we want them to get sponsorships from local businesses if they can, because we want to support Greeley, Windsor. We want to support anything local close to Greeley. We really don't want families to pay for them because we really want to support local businesses. So if they can get a local business, I would love that. But they do have to pay for them, and they turn that into me. We are taking their team pictures tomorrow, so we are using one of their team photos for their banner. And they're working on the artwork for our banners right now before I put their pictures into them. So we're gonna take a few pictures tomorrow and I'll let the girls pick which one they want on their banner, and that'll be their senior banner photo. And they will get to keep that at the end at the team banquet. So we will hang on to it and we'll describe it. We'll use it at the games, but mainly they will be doing that at the banquet. Okay, team banquet, now that we're there. Okay, so our season's kind of rushing into things and it's kind of rushing to the end as well. So our team banquet is scheduled for May 8th. May 8th is a Saturday. We are going to do it at 4 p.m., which is the banquet time. We're going to decorate earlier in the day, which we'll need parent help for that. But it is May 8th. I think that's the first Saturday in May. I'm not really sure. I don't have a calendar right in front of me. But it's at Greeley West. As of right now, I believe we are going to actually have the banquet at Greeley West, not last year like how we had to go to a park. Because if they're letting people into a basketball game, they better let some parents into that commons for a banquet. And I will fight for that. So we are going to reuse our theme that we did not get to use last year. We're going to do Arabian Nights. We didn't get to do it last year, and everything was already bought for it. I already have everything. All the decorations are at Greeley West. So Arabian Nights is our theme. We usually do a potluck where you guys bring in something, you serve something. What we're going to do for the serving thing, I think probably might be best, which I would probably need to hit up Kelly and talk about that more. Last year at our banquet, we had a couple parents just serve the food. I kind of think if we do, maybe everybody does sanitizer and gloves, they can serve their own food and then take that off. I think that might be easier. I don't know rules. I'll have to ask Kelly to see what she thinks might be a better idea, but we're gonna try to have that banquet as best we can, as close to normal as we can, because a lot of these seniors they need this banquet to be normal. So I'm gonna fight to get that banquet as normal as we can. Kelly, is there anything that you can kind of think about that might work now? I mean, it's still 2 months away, but
Right.
as far
Yeah.
as serving food,
I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. Things are opening up more and more every day.
okay,
So it's just going to be, the capacity thing.
Right.
And as
That's
long as
great.
you're eating and drinking, you don't have to wear a mask. It's going to be so much easier this year. So
Yes.
not worried.
Okay. So it's still 2 months away. Things can change, get better, get worse. I don't know, but we're having that
All
banquet.
I can say is get your vaccination if you have the opportunity, and that just will help us even more. So that's
Okay.
my public health minute.
Yes. Good. Okay. So there's a potluck. Are there any new ideas for the banquet? Anything new that we want to implement in? I know we have some senior parents that are leaving. Normally we just do their awards. They get their letters if they letter that night. Food, captains do awards. I think it's a really big deal. This year it'll be better because it's going to be more special because it's going to be at West and it's going to be the last banquet I think we're going to get to have at West.
Brody, have you guys ever videotaped the awards ceremony so that the girls can have that? Or
We don't normally because we give them a banquet video of their season. We've never had the opportunity. No one's ever asked us to videotape the awards.
no, that's fine. I think what you
Okay.
gave them last year was fantastic, so that's
Okay.
fine.
So we're planning on doing that as well. They get a banquet video of the season. So any new ideas, things that we can implement in balloons, anything different for Arabian Nights that you can think of? Okay. Okay, so that's the team banquet. Again, that's May 8th. So please make sure you mark that on your calendars and you can be there for that. If your kids are trying out next year, if they're still on the team and they still have to try out just like everybody else, tryouts for the next season are right after the banquet. They are May 17th through May 20th. They've already been booked. And the seniors are usually asked to come help with that. That's kind of their last duty as a cheerleader if they would like to participate. They don't have to, but it's kind of a rite of passage with our team that they always do come help us out with that. So hopefully they can make it for that. Tryouts are 4:30 to 8:30, all 4 nights, May 17th through the 20th, and they're at Greeley West. More than likely, we already reserved the gym, but if there's inclement weather, we'll be pushed to the lobby. We'll also try to do a couple of pre-tryout clinics like we normally do. Other than that, that's really all I had to talk to you guys about tonight as far as dates and everything else. Hopefully everything's been going well with you and your families at home. The girls are doing great. We're kind of rolling full steam ahead. As a coach, I'm very confident. I think we're ready to go for next week. I'm very confident the girls have been kicking butt. They've been getting done early at practice because they're doing so well. So if you guys just keep pushing them at home to make good choices, get their grades up, and hopefully no one gets sick or quarantined, we're going to be in a good place. So everything since January has been great. The girls have been stepping it up and kind of this time in life. I don't know how they're doing it or how we're all doing it, but it's working and they're doing great. And so hopefully they're doing okay at home and you guys are all nice and safe at home as well. Does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns that you want to address in front of everybody right now that we can talk about really quick? I know our time's getting ready to run up for my Zoom call, but I'm really happy to talk to you guys about anything. Everybody should have my cell phone number. You guys can text me, call me. I always answer for cheer parents for sure, just in case there's an emergency or anything. But you guys can feel free to talk to me about anything that you guys need. Does anybody have any questions about anything we went over tonight? You can turn your mics on if you want to talk about anything. Or even suggestions for next year if your daughter is going to cheer next year. Hopefully it'll be normal, a little bit more normal next year. That we'll get to have a little bit better season next year, at least starting it off. No? Okay, well, I guess we're done for the night. The kids will start bringing home notes, things that are going to start coming up, especially for state. But the biggest thing next week is the banquet. Sorry, not the banquet, Shamrock with donating items. That's the biggest thing next week. And I will let them know what they're bringing. They'll get to pick what they're bringing. And we'll just see them on Friday for setup and then tear down the next day for the competition. But other than that, I think that's all I had to go over for the night. So thank you guys for your time. And if you guys need anything, just text me, call me. I'm here. Okay? So I will let you guys go. So you guys all have a good night, okay?